have no idea what that next episode is going to be now.
After this.
No idea. This not at all was what I thought was going to happen in this episode.
All right. We have what if the Avengers assembled in 1602? So, full disclosure, I have never actually read Neil Gaiman's comic, but after this episode, I definitely want to go back and read it because this was wild.
I didn't know there was one. Roger's Hood sent me something hard. Roger's Hood.
Of course, Loki is a Shakespearean actor.
Of course, he is a theater nerd. And I love the fact that in the middle of all of it, they're like, you understand, I can hear you. What? This whole time, I've been able to hear you, which begs the question, who can hear him? People he's recruited, or are other people just ignoring him?
I'm going to take a guess and say only people he's recruited the last time have access to his omnipotence.
Yeah. So here's the tricky part. We have things where in this, things like the arc reactor don't exist. Such wild, made-up machinery and words that are fanatical and not existent to Tony Stark, who would be the smartest man alive, in here don't exist. But Pym particles and tricky technology do?
That is the question.
Fucking what? Is that the script over there? I want to read the script. When all of a sudden he shrank, I'm like, where was this bullshit when you said you couldn't make an arc reactor or anything?
I hope the explanation this time is that Pym particles are magic.
Man, I'm going to hope so, because both sides have it. It's not like one person made the invention and he's the only one. They were literally throwing Darren Crosses out of fucking muskets at him. Like, what kind of wild swing was that horse shit?
Also, this is the second time we have Hulk Hogan.
That one, I honestly, I cannot for the life of me understand. Because, like, okay, they're like, don't make him angry. And I see the purple veins. I'm like, how does both him... That confused me more than anything in the entire episode. How did Happy get it again? How in two different multiverses do we have a purple Hulk Hogan? How am I saying that statement watching a Marvel property? I mean, they decided they wanted to have the Hulk, and they're like, we can't make it too easy for the heroes. So they're like, what other Hulks do we have? How can we say it? We have Happy. Can we turn him into Hulk Hogan again? I hate it. I hate it. Every time I say it, I hate it. They never had him say brother once. He never ate vitamins. He never said his prayers. I hate it. I hate it with all my hate. Why did they have to actually call him Hulk Hogan? Ah! But yeah. Then we have Bucky as the swashbuckler. You have oh my god, we're gonna try this again.
So we've got Bucky as a swashbuckler with Scott Lang.
Yeah, and I just can't think of the word. Red Skull as the executioner. My goodness. I couldn't think of it. But yeah. So, and then just a cast of weirdos. It was fun. And you had Stark as the Madman. You had the Man in the Iron Mask. Somehow wasn't Iron Man, but Bruce. Yeah, and then like the thought process. I got an idea. We are in the middle of Dragon Age Inquisition. Anyone who's who is a video gamer knows exactly the mood they were pulling with this. We have things tearing open the sky and pulling people into them and then closing. Who are we going to get? The person that throws a shield. They'll figure it out. Scarlet, what other options did you have? Tell me. If you saw the entire Avengers team and you picked Captain Carter, what are you doing?
She could have called Strange, which we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. So also in my brain, I was thinking the Forerunner the entire time was Steve. Did he get amnesia? Or was he just lying?
Wait, do you mean Roger's hood?
Yeah, because they show at the end that Roger's hood is Steve. And he got sent back with the time stone because he punched Thanos. That's Peggy's Captain America. Well, not Peggy's. It's a different version, but it's from the future.
Right.
So the entire was kind of like, what happened? He said he remembers the fight all of a sudden. So I'm going to guess he got amnesia when he struck the stone and got sent back.
Yeah, that's got it.
Amnesia of everything other than the fact that his name is Steve Rogers because he doesn't remember World War II or Peggy. No, I take that back. He remembers that Peggy died.
Yes.
Because he mentions that. But yeah, this was a great episode. There's things and questions where they don't go out of their way to answer them and they didn't need to, and I have questions.
That's the fun of What If, that this season especially, they get to be so much more experimental and actually take advantage of the fact that this is animated.
Well, there is that, and then there's times where I'm going to be honest with you. The only actually finite decision in this entire series so far that makes no sense to me is the fact that Hulk Hogan, God, I had to say it again, that Hulk Hogan is in this one. I literally, even What If, I'm like, why? Why is he there? But, so, they close the rift by sending Steve back. It's all good, it's all done. They solve the problem, and the episode ends, or we think it's going to end, and then Peggy is still there, and Strange comes up and goes, hey, I have a series finale in a different thing, and I've got a story that I'm assuming Ahorty is going to be recruited halfway through, because he still has to grab her at some point in that episode for a reason.
What that reason is, we have no idea.
And here's the thing. I've watched this episode. There was a clip on Twitter that I mentioned earlier where they said it was the first R-rated moment in Marvel. And they said it was just killing robots, which is the only thing I can think of is the Hogan Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that thread is, and it's probably long gone. Whoever watched that scene and thought that was rated R, what is actually going on in your brain? Because there's no way it was the one episode we have left, because that dropped today, correct?
Yeah.
So, what are you all smoking to think was rated R in that episode?
I have no idea.
They've barely done anything violent this entire time. Like, at all. Like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about the next episode. Literally have no idea what it is, because the entire title is just, what if Strange intervened?
Yeah, we still don't know, like, it intervened with what?
And why does it have to be Strange Supreme?
I think just because people love that character, and his episode is I still think the best from last season.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah. I don't know. Let's just get on to the next one. I got no more questions. Mike, go ahead.
You guys can find me on various social media at Captain K42. You guys can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/Coach K42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and that place at Ren Pop Culture. You can find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, support our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You need to escape, so do we.
Absolutely. And you can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube. Until next time, we'll see you all later. Bye.